Welcome to Citroen's Ami Paradise. This is Citroen Ami, not a quite car, not a quite scooter, but something in between that's been quietly redefining urban mobility across Europe. We are going to talk about design, practicality, real world usability, costs, charging, and most importantly, whether this teeny tiny electric box actually makes sense in 2026 or not. Plus, I will be driving it as well. I'm so excited right now. Let's do this.
Alright, so let's get practical because charging the Citroen Ami is probably one of the most interesting parts of this whole experience. First of all, forget everything you know about charging a Tesla or a typical electric car because this works completely differently. The Citroen Ami doesn't use fast chargers, doesn't use superchargers, and it definitely doesn't need any kind of powerful infrastructure. In fact, it comes with something almost absurdly simple, a normal household plug. You literally plug it into a standard wall socket like your phone or your laptop and that's it. No apps, no complicated setup, no waiting in line at charging stations. Now, in terms of numbers, the battery is tiny. Just 5.5 kilowatt hours, which means a full charge takes around 3 to 4 hours from 0 to 100%. And that full charge gives you roughly 70 to 75 kilometers of real-world range, which is honestly more than enough for daily city use. But here's where it gets interesting. Yes, technically you can plug it into public charging stations using an adapter, the same Type 2 AC chargers you'd use for bigger EVs, but there's a catch. The Ami can only accept a very low charging speed, around 2 to 3.6 kilowatts, so even if you plug it into a super powerful charger, it won't charge any faster, which means using something like a Tesla supercharger is basically useless, not only because it's too powerful, but also because the Ami simply isn't designed to work with those fast DC chargers at all. So the best way to charge it is honestly at home. Now let's talk about cost because this is where the Ami becomes almost ridiculous. A full charge costs roughly around 1.5 to 2 euros depending on electricity prices for a full range of about 70 kilometers. That's cheaper than public transport in most cities. So to sum it up, this is not an EV you plan charging stops for. This is not an EV you build your life around. You just go home, plug it in, and forget about it. And the next day, it's ready to go again. Simple as that. The first thing you notice is that it doesn't really look like a traditional car. It's super compact, almost boxy, with very simple and minimal lines. In a way, it feels more like a small urban gadget than an actual vehicle. One of the most interesting design choices is its symmetry. The front and the rear look very similar, and even the doors are identical, but they open in opposite directions. This isn't just for style, it actually helps reduce production costs and keeps the design efficient. The Citroen Ami was developed by Citroen's design team, led by Pierre Leclerc. The goal wasn't to create another car, but to rethink urban mobility in a much simpler and more accessible way. And that's really what the Ami represents. It's not about speed or luxury. It's about practicality. It's fully electric, extremely compact, and designed for short city trips. In many ways, it feels closer to a scooter with a roof than a traditional car. Now, when you step inside, the philosophy becomes even clearer. The interior is very minimal. There's no luxury here, just the essentials. You get 2 seats, simple materials, and a very straightforward layout. There's no complex infotainment system either. You mostly rely on your smartphone. Everything is designed to be functional, durable, and easy to use. Driving it feels different. It's not about power or performance. It feels light, almost playful, but at the same time very practical. It gives you a sense of freedom, especially in a busy city environment. And here are a few quick facts. It has a top speed of around 45 kilometers per hour, a range of about 70 to 75 kilometers, and you can charge it using a regular household plug. So in the end, the Citroen Ami is not really trying to compete with cars. It's offering something else entirely. A simple, smart solution for everyday urban mobility.
All right, thank you so much, Amber, for all this explanation, which is crucial to understand exactly how it works, this Citroen Ami word. Just a little disclaimer, guys. I'm not promoting sponsored or affiliated whatsoever. What about Citroen Ami? But the point is just that I love technology and I really love to test and drive test, all these kind of simple little technologies that truly can make our life much easier. And yeah, I do believe that it's super, super cute in his simplicity, even though it's not just nothing wow, nothing like, oh my goodness. It's just like super cute, but somehow it's super useful as well because it's a city car, all right? It's not made for the high speeds or for the highways. You don't have to just like do Fast and Furious anyways, but yeah, you can see actually this mini teeny tiny thing that truly makes you feel anyways that you are in the future, even though it's made by kind of plastic because it seems like really pressed PVC, all the skeleton of this car. But yeah, I mean, when I was literally driving it, it felt so, it's electric, fully electric, so you're not polluting the environment. It's rolling so smooth, and you feel like in the future, even though it's just like, we are in Italy and still it's a backwards country, but somehow these little innovations and inventions, even though of course the car it's French, but the point is that, even just slightly, we are trying to innovate also this country that unfortunately it's well developed, but still with a very close mind and everything. It should be so much more forward and ahead minded, but unfortunately it struggles. So welcome to these futuristic innovations, even though are the simplest ever. And it's a really big step and a big jump, especially here in Milan, that it's literally one of the most polluted cities in Italy. And I truly believe in this project. Definitely I do, because I mean, why not? Plus, of course, you are not depending on petrol. So now, especially with the high peaks of the prices, petrol prices, every time with the fuel, diesel, gasoline, it doesn't really matter. When the prices are skyrocketing, dang, it's painful. It's painful for our wallet and for our everyday expenses as well. So yeah, what do you think, guys? Write it down in the comments. What do you think? What's your favorite city car? And let's just proceed and go to the Roffiera Milano in this wonderful exhibition, and we will see other two kinds of Citroen's Ami that are super particular because I never seen these two models ever anywhere in the world where actually I was traveling to. So one, as you can see just right here, it's the Citroen Ami Cargo, and as you can see just right inside, there's only one seat, and here is why. Citroen Ami Cargo is basically a super minimalistic working tool, not a normal car. Inside, it's almost identical to the regular Ami on the driver's side, but stripped down even further for utility. Here is how it's structured. Driver area. Single driver seat, exactly like the standard Citroen Ami. Then there's the digital display, speed, range, battery. No infotainment, just a smartphone holder plus USB port. Extremely hard plastics everywhere, easy to clean, very durable. Lots of small storage compartments on the dashboard. Simple heating, ventilation, very basic fan system. Instead a passenger seat, you get a modular cargo box made of multiple plastic sections. 260-liter cargo volume inside the module, up to 140 kilograms payload, total usable storage with other compartments 400 liters, foldable or removable shelf becomes a desk. You can literally use it as a mini office, clipboard, laptop, etc. 2 levels floor system, can be lowered to carry taller objects. Vertical partitions separates driver and cargo, safety plus organization as well. In short, Ami, it's a teeny tiny city car. Ami Cargo, it's a micro delivery van. I was thinking like, it's so small, but yet the compartments on the seat side, it's really very spacious. Insane. The Cargo Ami does not require special external stickers by default. It's sold as a quadricycle, light commercial vehicle, not a full van. However, as you can see, we have this wonderful customized Citroën Ami. And actually, what you're looking at here, it's basically a customized, almost concept-style version of the Ami Cargo, designed to look tougher, more rugged, almost like a mini off-road utility vehicle, even though technically it's not one. First thing you notice is the color. This matte or satin military green finish gives the car a very utilitarian industrial vibe. It's the kind of color you will associate with the army vehicles or tools, not city cars. But here is the thing. This is almost always a wrap or a special paint, not standard. The original Ami comes in plastic body panels, so this look is achieved by applying a vinyl wrap or repainting those panels. So then you have the gold wheels, which are purely aesthetic. They don't improve performance at all. They just create contrast. It's a design choice to make the car stand out, especially in events or exhibitions. Guys, it's so stunning. I'm so in love with this car. It's literally one of the nicest mini cars I have ever seen. I love it. Wow, it's just nothing but super stylish. The golden wheels matched with the military green. Dang, it's so nice, especially these kind of black details all around as well. And the doors, the opening doors that are made in, I think it's steel, because it was a very hard material. And yeah, guys, I totally love also this yellow neon color that gives such a cutie and funny at the same time vibe. And look up, it opens completely just until half of the car in order to have like a cabrio, a sort of cabrio. And man, can you just see that? Wow, it's ready for the Milan Fashion Week, that's for sure. It's only me, or these kind of mini cars are looking like Legos? I love that, so nice.